Shalom, shalom. All right, before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, peace safety to the elect. Shalom, it's Brother Rai Bamath at the Atlanta Church. And another lesson, I'm going to start with Hebrews 10 and 22, because, I'm going to just start it off. It says, let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith. Right? Draw near to Yahweh by Shema Shai's spirit. Draw near to this righteous spirit of Yahweh by Shema Shai. Okay? With a pure heart. Be real, be true. Okay? And allow Yahweh by Shema Shai to guide and lead you, because we're gonna need it as we see the day approaching. As we see these times approaching, we're gonna need to have the faith of Yahweh by Shema Shai, okay, to make it through whatever the Lord is bringing. You can feel it. Things are happening. You can tell that we're close, okay. So it says, let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith. We don't have full assurance. There's no time. Listen, if you've been in this thing, there's no time now to not have the full assurance of the faith. Okay, either you with Yahweh Shah or you're not. Either you with the Spirit or you're not. Okay. It says, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, right? So let us hold fast, right? Without what? Without wavering. Hold fast to this truth. We're to teach this good news, right? This gospel. The Lord is using us, okay? It's a beautiful thing. So you teaching the Lord's word. The Lord is using you to spread his word, right? This truth, okay? Then you do that, okay? And you do it without wavering, right? You live every day in the truth, in the spirit, okay, of righteousness without wavering, right? I'm gonna read it again. It says, let us hold fast. So you have to hold fast to this thing, okay? Why do you have to hold fast to it? Why? Because you're gonna have it's gonna be ups and downs. You're gonna be up and you're gonna be down. But you gotta still do what? Hold on to this truth, to the spirit of Yahweh Bashar Shah. You have good moments, you have low moments. Okay? You have your different struggles, okay? You have different wickedness is coming at you. You fighting off. Other people don't even understand it, but you understand. But guess what? You still have to hold fast, though. In the midst of all the chaos that the Lord is about to bring, the Lord is going to bring death, destruction, terror. Okay? Guess what you have to still do? Hold fast to the spirit, to the truth of Yahweh Shema Shai. Guess what else he's going to do? He's going to bring shortages, going to bring famines. Okay? What we see, World War III. Okay? You see all these things happening. Guess what? People are going to be destroyed. And the only when he allowed Esau to come down with the pressure, the only somebody that can hold you is Yahweh Bashar Shai in those moments to make it through. So you have to hold fast to this faith. Guess what? When the big test come, or the where you're gonna have to refuse the the mark, you're gonna have to refuse that. Guess what? You're gonna have to hold fast, right, to the spirit and the truth of Yahweh Bashar Shai. Okay? Big moment tests are coming. big moment test. The big moment is coming, and we must overcome. Okay? So I'm going to read it again. It says, let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering. Right? So let's get that without wavering here in the blue letter, right? Without wavering. Without wavering.
Strong's G 186. Aklinase. Aklinase.
Aklinase, right? It says not inclining. So you don't want to not incline to Yahweh Shema Shai, right? It says you got to hold on to this thing without wavering. So meaning you can't not incline to Yahweh. When you incline to something, you leaning toward it, you holding on to it, you gravitating to it, you want it because you're inclining to it. Okay? You know? But you don't want to not incline to the spirit, to the truth. See, that's going away from it. You're not trusting in Yahweh Shema Shai. You're leaning away from it then, right? It says firm. You have to be firm, unmoved. See that? Firm and unmoved, unshakable. When there's destruction, when Jacob's trouble hits hard, when people are stressed out, bugged out, when all matter of things are happening that we've never seen before, guess what we have to do? Be firm and unmoved at that moment. Firm, strong, okay? Unmoved, right? You know? So it says, let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, right? Without wavering. You have to be firm, strong, unmoved at that time. Okay? The straight gate, you have to be what? Unmoved. You have to be firm. You have to be strong. Okay? And you don't incline away from Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? So let's go back. It says from the top again, it says, let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering. For he is faithful that promised. Man, he's faithful. Yahweh Shema Shai is faithful, right? Let me get a quick one real quick, then we'll jump right back. Because Yahweh Shema Shai he's faithful, right? Now this is 1 Corinthians 1:9. It says God is faithful. See, he's faithful. You have to have faith. It says by whom ye were called unto fellowship of his son Yahweh Shai, our power. See that? So if that's the case, well, that is the case. So guess what? Be it or do it without wavering. Okay? Now, let's jump back. This is Hebrews 10 and see, I have my Bible here too, so I didn't turn to it on the screen, but just reading out my Bible. So verse 24, it says, let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. Right? See that? Because this is how you what? Build up your faith, build up your strength, so that when things that are coming, when they're right here in our face, guess what? We've built up. We're ready to brace and take the impact, okay, of the situation of Jacob's trouble. Okay? You ready then? It says, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together. Right. You don't want to forsake this. Okay? That's not what you want to do. Okay? It says, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching. See that? So much more as we see the day approaching. And we see the day approaching. We see the prophecy playing out. These prophecies are playing out. We see them. Okay? You know? So as things are happening, guess what we doing? We just becoming more stronger. See? As the day, as you see things happen, you want to become stronger. And sometimes things in this world will try to throw you off, and then, but guess what? You have to continue to have that faith. Remember, faith is a key. Faith is the key. When everything else, when it goes down, faith is the thing that is going to do what? Help us, man. Faith is the thing that's going to keep us, okay, in those times. Isaiah 33. I'm going to read that real fast. Isaiah 33. All right, so I'm going to just read through it from the top just to get down to the point, This is Isaiah 33 and 1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, right? Spoilest meaning what? Robbed. So, the trouble and the destruction is coming to you, the one that did the robbing, right? It says, it says, and thou was not spoiled. See that? You came and did this, but then this wasn't done to you. This is what Esau done. Okay? So the Lord is going to do what? What goes around comes around, right? But the Lord is going to bring it up on them. They're going to get it, man. It says, and dealest treacherously, and they that dealt not treacherously with thee. See? When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. O Lord, be gracious unto us. We have waited for thee. Our prayers is what? We want the Lord to deliver us. Why? Because we're waiting. We having patience. You have to have patience. One thing about the truth, it will exercise patience, man. Okay? It says, be thou armed, be strong. It says, every morning our salvation also in the time of trouble. So when the time of trouble comes, guess what? We want the Lord to deliver us. We don't want Esau to deliver us. We don't want your technology we ain't dependent on that to deliver us. We ain't dependent on you to give us the daily things that we need, food, water, No, we dependent on Yahweh Shema Shai, man. And that's how the elect is going to do it, and we'll receive that mercy from Yahweh by Shema Shai, right? It says, the 6 is the point, but I'm going to read it on down. It says, at the noise of the tumult, it says, at the noise of the tumult, the people fled. At the lifting up of thyself, the nation was scattered. It says, and your spoil shall be gathered like the gathering of the caterpillars, right? As the running to and fro of locusts shall he run unto them. The Lord is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He dwelleth on high. He had filled Zion with judgment and righteousness. Verse 6 is the point. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thine times and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. See that? So it's the fear, man. Having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is going to keep us in that moment when that impact of Jacob trouble is right in front of our face. Okay? You're going to feel it. You're going to feel that vibration. You're going to feel it. But guess what? You're going to remain sane in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. You're going to be good because you're dependent and waiting patiently on Yahweh by Shemal Shah to deliver you out of whatever the situation is, you know? So that's what as we see the day approaching, guess what? We become stronger and stronger and stronger, you know? We continue to believe and have faith because the Lord is faithful, right? And we believe it, right? So when all hell, when we see things going on, we just believing on Yahweh by Shemal Shai. We keep pushing, man. That's it, you know. So with that, I pray this will edify. I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Peace say to the elect. Shalom.